Good afternoon. Hopefully we're now live on the Marine Resources Facebook page and LinkedIn as well. Hope you're well today. If you could let me know if you could hear me in the comments, that would be really, really good, and see me as well. That would be really good on LinkedIn and Facebook. I'm going to attempt to do this across multiple platforms again today, which is always had its challenges, but we're slowly getting better at it each time. So hopefully we can get some Facebook and LinkedIn comments just to let us know that you can see and hear me today. We'll just wait a few more minutes for a few people to join. Marine Trader, thanks for coming along. And on, hopefully we've got, I can see one like there. That's a good sign, Facebook and LinkedIn. Maybe if you want to say hi, if you are watching in the comments, that'd be good. So we can see you there. Hello, Alex. Hello, Alex, watching us on Facebook today. So the plan is going to be that we're going to be having probably a relatively short session today, just talking about how to write a job description and really kind of the difference between a good job description and a great job description, and a few things that I've seen over the years that I can pass on to you guys that will hopefully help make writing your job descriptions a bit better and kind of get you guys focused a bit more on the purpose of the job description. Okay, then we've got a few more people joining us. Hi there, Tar. Thanks for joining on LinkedIn. Equinox Mega Yachts, thanks for joining over on the Marine Resources Instagram page. Okay, we'll just give it another couple of minutes. Hope you guys are all well today. So I'm really interested to understand kind of who's watching at the moment and what your roles, kind of why you're interested to come along to this live session on writing a job description. Are you the business owner? Are you a hiring manager? Are you maybe a HR professional, HR manager in your businesses? Maybe you might be a recruitment consultant yourself, or maybe an HR consultant. So maybe put in the comments, what are you doing in your businesses regarding the job descriptions, and what can, any questions that you've got, I can obviously come to you towards the end, but as you go along, put them in the comments and we can try and answer those as we go along. Okay. A few more people joining on Instagram. Okay, guys, so we'll crack on. So the job description. I've got an employer there in Tar. Thanks, Tar. The job description for me is a really, really, really important document, and it's probably a document that when we're supporting businesses with their recruitment, we see so many different types of job description. And for me, the job description is a really vital sort of information link between somebody who's maybe applied or interested in joining your company and their first taste of really understanding not just what the role is that they're maybe applied for, but actually what your company is like to work for, maybe what your culture of your business is to, and what they can expect from an expectation point of view from maybe their hiring manager or the business owner. So the first thing that I would say is that the job description should be much more than just a bullet pointed list of the general tasks that any person would be doing in that one particular job. And it's a really, really great opportunity to put out information that is actually going to get people hooked in. I've talked about job adverts before, and the job description is actually different to the job advert itself. So just to be clear today, we're talking about the job description, the JD, as opposed to how to write a job advert. And we've had quite a lot of people come along and ask how we, sort of any tips and tricks on how to do that. And that is another live that we're going to do. But for me and the purpose of today, the job description is a different document to the job advert. And let me tell you kind of the difference there. If you imagine the job advert should be a relatively short, sharp, exciting, build the interest, and get people essentially on the hook and interested to come and apply for your job. The job description should be an extension of that job advert with all the detailing. Now, it's been proven, and people have sort of researched it, that actually if you put too much information in a job advert and you kind of post a job description, it's, in place of the advert, actually you can lose people's interest because people don't have the time to read through if they're maybe surfing online, surfing for jobs, they're going to be, they haven't got the time to read through reams and reams and reams of it. So you need to get their interest and get them on the hook first, and then get the job description to them, maybe once they've applied. So I would always suggest that the job description should actually be part of your recruitment process that comes after somebody has shown interest. Hopefully by this time you word in structure your job advert that you're getting maybe the right types of people, and we can talk about the sort of maybe the questions that you can ask in your job advert if we have time. But so just to be clear, the job description, separate document to the job advert. Okay. So the job description, you want to be structuring it in such a way that, and I'll talk about the structure first, and then we'll go into some more general tips in terms of my opinions on what is a good job description. So if you actually were creating your job description right now, you definitely want to open the document with the numbers, what we call the numbers. And the numbers is actually the package itself, and usually that might be a bracket, but also the further information around the location of the role, and actually if there's a working from home, working from the office split, or even if it's just purely a home working role, this is where you actually want to sort of put that information, because actually that quite key information might make somebody relevant or not relevant from that point. So definitely the package, the location, the reporting lines, that's really, really important. Who would this job actually be working directly underneath? And actually, if there's any management responsibilities in the role, that should go in that section as well. Okay, so and then of course the official job title for the position as well should go on there. Okay, so that's the easy bit. That's the numbers, if you like. The next section should be the job purpose or the job summary. Okay, so this section is absolutely golden, and this is the bit that you get to sell you guys, your business, maybe the culture of your business, and notice I'm talking about you as the employer here, and not just the job or the person who's going to be applying for the role. So this is the purpose section. You can even call it the job purpose, where you talk about in a paragraph or two, what's the point of the role? What's the role trying to achieve in your businesses? Why is it there? So the purpose of the role. Okay. If the role is part of maybe a wider project, or you can even start talking about what the overall goals of of a particular part of the company are in this section. Okay, so people start to paint a picture on why the role is there in the first place. Okay, don't talk about, it's there because someone's left or anything like that, but why is that job in your business? Why is that role in your kind of hierarchical structure, if you like? The next section you then want to go into is the role responsibilities. And this is the bit that we quite often see a lot of employers and recruiters getting wrong. If you just in this section have quite a boring, could be, list of all the tasks that are within the role, the document itself can actually become quite boring to read. Okay. What you mustn't also do is list every single individual task that one person in this role would be doing. This is also a good section of the job description where you can get across your expectations of not just what a particular role is within the job, but actually how you want it done, how you want it delivered. And again, you can kind of word this around your culture and your values, and and certainly if there's a management responsibilities within the role, you can actually start to really get into this part, not just that you have management responsibility for X person or X team, but how you want that person to conduct themselves in that role. Okay. So role responsibilities is a very different way of looking at it than just job tasks. Okay. So once you've got the role responsibilities down, and what I would suggest is that you are constantly reviewing these job description documents. We actually see and we receive quite a lot of job descriptions, as you can imagine. Equally, we work with a lot of companies who don't have job descriptions, which I think is a real error, for so many reasons. You've got to be having job descriptions for every role in your business. You've got to be, not just from a HR kind of angle, but I think it's a really great document to be continually referring back to in reviews, and challenging your people to make sure that they're working in line with that job description. But they can become outdated, especially if you're in a business that is maybe growing or evolving or changing. Just because somebody's job title maybe hasn't changed, or they might not have been promoted or changed roles or done a sidestep or anything like that. However, the business around them is changing and the culture of the business is maybe changing. Actually, that could actually mean that their responsibilities and the roles, within the job change as well. So it's really good idea to actually review the job description document, in reviews, whether you do quarterly reviews or 6-monthly reviews or 12-monthly reviews. Actually ask your people, is this job description still relevant? What elements of your role is changing? What else do we need to add in there? So it should be a benchmarking document. So if there's some key stuff that somebody in your business is actually taking on in addition, that should now go into the job description. Because then, as a business owner or a manager, you then have that opportunity, like I said before, to be not just listing what the task is, but the expectation of how you want that task to be done. So also as well, we would always advise that if somebody is leaving your business to create a job opening, actually ask them to review the job description, or maybe even ask them to rewrite it if possible. Because there's actually, not the best person to be able to write a job description, in my opinion, or certainly have an input, is the person who's doing that job and themselves. And we see a lot of job descriptions that are written by people who know nothing about the job itself. So what it then tends to be is just that boring task list. And actually what we're trying to do, as we know, is get a lot more out of the document than that. Okay, so really kind of put the meat on the bone in the role responsibilities section. Then the next section that you want to try and put together is the qualifications and skills required. Now, every role is different. You might have some roles that really are quite qualification heavy, and you know that you really need very strict qualification there. So of course, you know, list those qualifications in this section. But skills is different, okay? And of course, you've got hard and soft skills as well, and you want to make sure that you're getting those in there. We see a lot of job descriptions that are purely just listing hard skills, and actually you're hiring people, you know, so, and people come with a lot of soft skills as well. It might not be their core skills or their core background, but actually if you put a focus on soft skills, you'll be amazed that actually what people, more people start to kind of apply for your roles or show an interest in your roles, and still want to continue with the recruitment process. So hard skills, for, you know, of course, very specific qualifications, very specific backgrounds. Soft skills, things like personality traits, communication skills, teamwork skills, okay? If those things are really important for your role, get those in there. And again, you want to be looking at the teams that you have in your business or the people who are already in those roles, and actually look at the guys that are, you know, very successful in the roles, and ask why. Is it because they have that certain qualification, or is it because they actually have, I don't know, really good people skills, for example? We'll use that one again. You know, if that's key to what you think is making this role a success for that person, and you're replacing that person or adding to your team, and you want to have more of that, make sure that goes into there, okay? And again, this is very different stuff than just purely listing the tasks, the daily tasks of a particular job. Okay, so just to go through that again, start with the numbers, package, location, reporting lines, up and down, really, really important. And actually the official job title, okay? Then into the job purpose and the job summary, okay? Really great opportunity to really sell why that role is in your business, and the level of expectation on the type of people that you're wanting to come into your business. The role responsibilities, okay? Not just a task list, but expectations on how you want those to be performed. Communicate in the way that you would talk internally to your people. That's really important. Sorry, I think I forgot to mention that. So what you don't want to do is use internal jargon or lingo that people outside of your business won't understand. But what you do want to do is try and write these things in a language that you use kind of culturally within your businesses. And then section 4 is the qualifications and skills, and you can weight those depending on how qualification heavy the role is, or how kind of soft skill the role is. We also put in our job descriptions on kind of how you expect people to represent your business externally as well. So you need to know that you're hiring people that can work in line with your values, work in line with your brand. And again, that expectation level on how people in your business are representing your business outside, that can also go into the job description. And again, that is then a good tool to then refer back to in reviews, as you know, and reviewing that part of people's jobs. So make sure that goes in there as well. So I think, and the other key things is just don't look at look at it as a job advert. It is separate, and don't just look at it as a recruitment tool. Look at it as a review tool as well. Okay, so hopefully that's been useful in terms of kind of how to structure it. I mean, is there any questions so far on the structure? I mean, what's your experiences of job descriptions? What have you seen in job descriptions that you like? What do you like to do in your businesses? I don't think there's any hard and fast rules with the job description, so it's always really, really interesting. What I do know is that as recruiters and when we're sharing job descriptions, the rate of successful placements, and also, more importantly, the rates of people who stay in the roles for longer periods of time versus the ones that don't, absolutely, can be related back to how good the job description is. One of the main reasons actually people don't stay in their jobs is because not that they can't do the tasks involved in the job, is that people are on different pages in terms of expectation levels and kind of values and business cultures and things like that. So get those in. But what have you guys experienced? Put in the comments. Okay. Thinking about starting a marine business, not sure what yet. I thought that this could be really useful. Yeah, I'd always recommend if you've got a bit of a bug for maybe starting your own business, look into it really, really seriously, because I think if you've got that motivation to and think it might be something that you should do, do it. And because you'll always wonder about that what if, okay? And then the job, and hopefully when that business is successful, you need to hire people. It's good to get these sort of documents ready from the very beginning. So don't wait to start writing these. And actually, if you're setting up your own business and you are looking to put some maybe within a business plan, maybe your structure, you kind of know the roles that you might want to be hiring in the future in line with your business plan, start writing the job descriptions now, for sure. Okay, any more questions on any of the platforms? Great. Okay, guys, well, hopefully that was useful. Just talking about some of the structure there and a few tips on kind of what to think about when you're actually writing the document itself. If you nail a really, really good job description, you will absolutely nail hiring some really, really great people, okay? And, in this climate as well, you want to make sure that your job descriptions are really accurate to the roles that you are recruiting for, to get the best people possible. How much detail is too much detail? I don't think you can actually put too much detail in. You just got to make sure that the detail is engaging and interesting and relevant, okay? So just back to what I said about, do you need every finite detail of every single task? I don't think you do. But actually, do you want a lot of detail that is not purely just this is what this person does on a daily or weekly basis, and talking more about the detail of your expectations on how you want those tasks to be delivered? Yeah, for sure. Put plenty of detail in there. And it's also a really useful way for you to kind of sort of really decide what your expectations are of those roles in the business. And actually, you sit down and start writing detailed job descriptions for all the roles in the business or roles that you want to have in your business. It's a really good way to kind of reflect on, actually, are they the right roles? Are the right people doing the right tasks? And actually, if you've got the good people that you're almost basing your job descriptions on, from that soft skills point of view that we talked about, are they in the right roles? Are you utilizing those soft skills that those people have, to the best of kind of their abilities and to the most use in your business? I think also just on that, there's a bit of theory around the amount of characters that you want to have, and I'm not too sure about that. Okay, guys. Well, look, as usual, if you want to get in touch outside of the live, then please do get in touch with Marine Resources directly. You can do that hi@marineresources.co.uk if you want to email, or you can just contact us, DM us across any of our platforms. You can. We're on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, the full works. So please do get in touch there, any questions you want. And actually, most importantly, if you've got job descriptions you've already pre-written, or actually you're writing job descriptions for your business and you want to ping them over to me and I can just run my eyes over them, I'll be very, very happy to do that. So, please feel free to send those over. You can email me directly as well at james@marineresources.co.uk. We'll take a look at those documents and try and give you a bit of support and a bit of feedback as well. Okay, well, thanks for everyone for joining. Hope you're all staying safe and well, and hope your businesses are getting back up and running. Hopefully you are tuning into this because you've got some recruitment plans which will be really, really good, especially for the marine industry. If you're a marine industry business or a marine industry employer, good luck with that, and thanks for coming along.